Hi, bestie. Welcome back to Girl House. And if you're listening to this on our drop day, happy 4th of July. Not that there's much to celebrate
Wow.
our country this year. I will be drinking, but I will not be drinking for the country.
Same. I love the
Yeah,
holiday for July, not the country. So, yeah.
I actually hate the holiday. I hate all holidays. We've been over this several
Here
times.
we go. Yep. July is my month. Let me enjoy it.
I'm not taking
Correct?
away from you. I'm
No,
saying
I
that
know.
I don't like it.
But do you want to
Anyway,
share with everyone that you have 4th of July plans?
yeah. I do have 4th of July plans. So I look, I don't know. I'm going to go boogie boarding with a friend.
Sounds
So,
amazing. Actually, maybe I'll do
um,
the same. So my friend
yeah,
will be Britta.
my friend is a man who happens to be in town, and I'm just a little bit. Did I tell you about this in Shellback? Because you seem to know all about it.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was plastered when I called you. I don't remember.
Yeah,
You
you
just seem
told
to
me.
really
Yeah, you
know.
seem very caught off guard.
Yeah, I was. I really don't remember much of our conversation, which I'll get into that as well. But yeah, me and a friend who happens to be in town, we're gonna go boogie boarding. And look, this man probably does like me. I don't like him in that
Definitely.
way.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is, I don't think there's any harm in boogie boarding with someone for the day. And if
Totally
he
agree.
tries to make any move on me, I will say I'm strictly here to boogie board.
So who's providing the boogie boards?
Me, which like I'm kind of like he actually just texted me. He was like, "Did you get the boogie boards?" Yeah. Yeah. I am getting the boogie boards, and I would imagine he will be providing for the rest of the day, and he will have a lot to provide because I plan on doing a lot.
Sorry, you're gonna have to elaborate because I don't even know what that means.
Well, we have a full plan. So I don't know if anyone's seen on my Instagram, but I recently got a lunchbox and it's
I saw.
changed my life
Hmm.
because now, like before the beach, like, yes, I've only packed alcoholic drinks in it so far, but it also gives me the option. I actually got it main purpose to pack sandwiches, which
Hmm.
I'm really excited about. It just keeps everything cold. I don't know. The thing is, I have this
More than a cooler?
well, it's an insulated lunchbox. Yeah, I have a huge cooler in the back of my car, but I'm not gonna lug that to the beach. I'm gonna
What
take
about
my
your
little
Air One tote?
lunchbox. I don't know where it is, and that's still too
Mm.
big.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
valid.
I already have another beach bag. This fits in my beach bag. Anyway, I plan to pack a lunchbox with some drinks, but basically, we're going to Hermosa. As I've said, that is my new favorite beach. I literally want to move there next year. I go there every single day. It is my favorite place in the
Wow.
entire world. It's epic. So I plan for us to get to Hermosa early and go to breakfast, either at this place called La Playita, which is my new favorite. Well, it will not like La Cabana. Like La Cabana is my special place, but like my favorite place at the beach because it's this really cute Mexican restaurant on the
Wow.
beach. So I
Is this where
think
you
we'll
get the double
probably
burritos?
no, that's at Brothers Burritos. Yeah, Brothers Burritos, if you want a burrito on the go when you're in Hermosa, is great. Anyway, so I want to go there and then I want to boogie board like all day and then I want to
Hmm.
hit Shellback. So we'll see what happens. All I know is I will not be having any affection with this man.
Hmm.
I just want to
What
have
if
a
your
little
bodies
fun.
collide while you're boogie boarding?
I'll make sure that
And
doesn't happen.
the ocean just like puts you two together.
It won't.
Okay.
I'm going to take boogie boarding very seriously, as he
Well,
will
yeah,
as well.
I know. That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
we're
Like,
there
what
to
if?
boogie board.
Yeah. Well, you
That
are.
won't happen.
Yeah.
So is he.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear the update next week.
Anyway, those are my 4th of July plans. Yeah. So I have 4th of July plans, everyone. I didn't think I would.
Woo! Round of applause.
And they're kind of weird plans, but I'm honestly looking forward to
Honestly, they
it.
sound like a blast. I don't even know what I'm doing for 4th of July, other than my sister's coming here, which is different than my
Oh,
last update
epic.
if I did an update. I was going to be going to her, but now she's coming here. Did I tell you she got the whole week off before my birthday?
That's epic.
By chance, because it's when the doctor that she works for has the week off, she gets the week off, and he's
Wow.
out that
That's
week.
crazy.
Literally
That's
by chance, so
epic.
she can stay the 4th through my birthday, which
Epic.
is amazing. Yeah. But my dream would to be to go to Steps because it's a beach where there's also a bar, sandbar. But she, I'm sure, will want to go to a big wave beach, so we'll just have to play it by ear. Oh my God, update though. I haven't told you this and you're going to freak out. It happened this morning. So I feel like in every episode we're doing a Pilates update and it's like, really, who cares? But this is crazy. I have to tell you. You would freak out. But it was like horrifying, but it also felt good. So they have decided to add one reformer to the class. So there's 5 like vertical and then 1 horizontal, like for an instructor essentially, but it's just like another reformer. And I was the last one to the class. Everyone was just sat there. I thought someone had taken my spot because they get all waitlisted. So sometimes people will like stand outside and wait and see if no one shows up, they can take the spot. No, I am having to be in front of the entire class.
Wow.
Just let that sink in. Like 5 people and then you are at the front. Horizontal and they're all vertical facing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is a lot now that I'm taking it in.
But I did not take a singular break.
Yeah,
and
nor
like
would I.
I have never worked so hard in a class. So honestly, it was a great motivator.
You should do it every time.
Yeah.
Soon people
It's not
will
really
think
like
you
a
are the
choice.
instructor.
Yeah, that would be like so aggressive to go and choose that one when there are other ones available. But I did feel really good because she was like, oh, I wouldn't want anyone else in this spot. I was like, oh my gosh. Which, by the way,
Well,
that
that's a great compliment.
I know that song from that guy that you used to talk to was playing again at the end. And this is my favorite instructor who will be doing our
God.
bar class on my birthday that we're all going to. And so I'm going to ask her for a couple favors and pranks, I think.
I actually do want you to request it.
That's just okay. It's not weird if you say you want it. I just want you to experience what it's like when everyone's quiet after the class. We're just stretching and you can't stop smiling because his voice is coming through in this very slow, almost romantic version.
I'd love it. I absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
they are smiling ear to ear.
I'm gonna want to text him after
because there's literally only a foot between. I just want like I feel like this isn't really processing to you.
No, it is really processing to me. I'm just gonna be honest. Nothing's gonna shock me.
Yeah.
After this weekend, only because I'm exhausted.
Oh, I see. I'm like, wait, what?
Like,
okay, got it. Well, care to share?
I've been on like a 4-day bender, and if I'm not reacting properly, it's because I'm so tired. I pray to God I have time to take a nap before this jazz night I'm going to, but I don't think I'm gonna have time because I have to deep clean my house.
That's the difference between you and me. Yeah.
Everyone's wearing dresses.
Oh my gosh. By the way, I think I might have, and I'm not saying this like in a funny or light way for people that do have it, but someone on the Bachelorette was telling me that I might have ADHD because in Woman, like they just got on Adderall for it like pretty recently, and in Woman, it comes out across so differently. Granted, this isn't a doctor; it was like a friend that I was talking to.
Oh my God, you totally do.
She was like, I always procrastinated on my assignments. Like I'd get an A, but I'd literally do it like night before. I couldn't keep a tidy room, which I couldn't growing up. Like I'm always like,
I don't know why you say couldn't past tense
because I've been really trying, like really trying. But yeah, but no, it's like a struggle. Like I have to try, and like it doesn't bother me. Like you said, oh, I have to clean before going out. Like I would never think that. I'd be like, oh, I'm taking the nap. But like there were way more things that she said, but everything she said, I was like, wait, that literally is me.
Yeah. One thing that I think, and the haters that are listening, because I know there's always at least one hater listening to this episode, I get shit talked for interrupting you, which we think, if I can speak for you, is very ironic because basically Britta, Celia's sister, and I deal very heavily, very often with Celia's interruptions. You can never get a story out, never get a point out without her interrupting it. And I did have a childhood friend growing up who had ADHD, and that was like the number one issue is you could never get a point out. You were always interrupted. And you do interrupt a ton.
Yeah.
Not even like in I'm
No, I
used to
know.
it. And I know I interrupt
Yeah.
you here too. And some people listening are going to be like, eh, you
We interrupt each
interrupt.
other because we have the same brain. I just did it to you. But like
Yes,
because we're
exactly.
on the same
But
wavelength, we do it to each other. But
yeah.
yes, I do it. You're right.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I mean. Like when you, Britta, and I are having a conversation, I'm not even saying this in a negative way at all. I'm just saying I think you have
No, I
ADHD.
know.
You always are interrupting us.
It's never something
And
that I
that's
would have
like
thought I
a,
had because in my head I think of it as like fidgeting. And I never like looked into it. But like the being inherently messy and inherently procrastinating and just like being on the fly like that. Like when she was describing it, it just was
yeah,
like literally everything. And she was like, my whole life I thought this was like normal. Like I thought this was just how it is. And then she realized
wow.
like now that she's on the medication, like everything has changed for her. She
You
focuses
should get
so well at
on.
work. I know I'm seriously
You
curious
should
about it.
make an appointment with a psychiatrist.
Yeah. No, I know. That's exactly what she did. And she says it just like
Yeah, it's what
really.
you have to do.
No, I know. Okay, let's move on. It was just like a crazy realize, and I'm not saying I have it. It was just like an interesting, like, oh, maybe that could be something that I have.
I could totally see that. I like wish I
Yeah.
had ADHD. I don't wish I had it, but I wish I had it to explain my lack of motivation sometimes, but I think that comes more down to like a subtle underlying depression that like bouts
Not
because
funny. It was just the way you said it.
basically I get really overwhelmed when I have like a shit ton of stuff to do. I get so overwhelmed, my
Uh-huh.
whole body just shuts down. And then
Yeah,
like
same.
there's things I know I should be doing and I could be doing, but I can't and I just shut down. And the only way I cope with it is cleaning, but I think that's more of like an anxiety thing for me than an ADHD
Uh-huh.
thing. But I know that ADHD can also cause like a big lack of motivation. But the reason I know I don't have
Interesting.
it, unless things have changed, is, and I don't really know. Don't ask me how, like, I faked them out for so long. But all of
Uh-huh.
elementary school, like, there was always that day where they'd come in and you'd have your eye exam. I would always freak the hell
I
out
think
and,
I
like,
had that.
panic so much because I thought it was so embarrassing to not be able to see. But I've always had terrible eyesight. And anyway,
Yeah.
somehow like those days would give me so much anxiety, but somehow like I don't know how I was passing them because I literally couldn't see. And I remember like always feeling sick to my stomach. Don't ask me the details. All I know is in maybe fourth grades when they found out I couldn't see, but I didn't get glasses till sixth grade. I don't know. Whole point being, I had a teacher request that I get like looked at for if I have
For
ADHD, which is so
ADHD.
interesting because I don't remember any of this. So apparently they like tested me to see if I did, and it
Uh-huh.
turns out I didn't. I just couldn't see anything. Like that's why I wasn't
Oh
paying
my
attention.
God.
Yeah. So,
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, just some
But
food for thought. And again, I probably should have like researched this. Nothing that I'm saying is factual. It just was really like
nothing
eye-opening.
I'm saying is factual either. But
Should we get
I'm a
into
little
our
worried right
topic?
now. So, sorry. Well, I wanted to recap my weekend a little bit. I don't know if you want to recap
Mm.
yours, but I'm just going to
Yeah.
be honest. I'm a little worried right now because there's one incense scent that I love at Whole Foods. It's this amber incense scent, but it's from a specific like brand.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, they've been out of it. So I ordered it on Amazon. I found the brand.
Uh-huh.
And usually it's not wrapped in plastic. It came in the same packaging, except difference is the incense sticks were wrapped in plastic. So I already was like, is this a dupe or something? Anyway, now I'm burning it and I feel like my whole face is going numb. But I think I'm just probably
I
overthinking
think
it.
you're just tired and overthinking it.
Yeah.
Also, anyone
Just
listening
like,
is going to be like, wow, that's an awful take. But like, you do think that things are affecting you often.
yeah, but my face is numb.
Smile.
Like,
Smile.
is it? Oh my God. Is my smile? No, is my smile crooked?
No. No. You're good.
My heart just dropped. Are you sure my
No, you're
smile's not
I
crooked?
promise. I promise
What
you're
are the
good.
other signs of a stroke? Basically, I had a little bit of a bender. My friend Alex visited. She got here on no, wait, that's still not true. She got here on Saturday, and I just dropped her off at the airport this morning, which is Wednesday. And
Mm-hmm.
let's just say Alex and I like to have a good time. And we had an awesome time. And it involved a lot of drinking. And I'm not ashamed. of that at all. Now, what I will say is a few things I'd just like to recap that I think are important to share with the class. Number one, the first night we went out, like I explained to her because I was like nervous to bring her to Shellback at night because sometimes Shellback at night is so fun and sometimes it's just so not. And we
Yeah.
went on a night that it was just like so not. And then we went to this other little dive bar like up the street. And like I kind of got in like an argument with like a very old man who was a
About
Trump
what?
supporter. He just
Okay.
like I don't remember exactly
Let's
what
start.
he he got like pissed at me because I made like he made a joke to me, so I made a
Mm,
joke back and he didn't take the joke well. I guess
I
I could
see.
try to explain the joke if you really want. Um, basically, we were in this bar and he was like, what did he say? He was like, the way he worded it, this is getting like, he basically worded this weird wording of the way he was saying he grew up in Manhattan Beach, born and raised. It made it
Mm.
sound, obviously, this was not the case, but it made it sound like he was saying he was born in the bar. So I made a joke to him
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, you were born behind the bar. And then he didn't take it well.
Did
I don't
not
know why
like
he
that.
got so mad. Anyway, and then he like made some remark to Alex after about what a freak I was, and Alex was like, "What?" And he thought it was just like a weird experience because
Wow.
there's always something weird that happens. Last time I was at this bar, this old guy was telling me that like uh he always has at least three young men staying with him solely to just
Isn't
have
this
sex with.
isn't this when Britta
And
was there?
yes. Oh, it was with Britta.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, one of the men that's staying with me right now may or may not have murdered his ex.
Yeah, you told me that.
It was
It's
like this
crazy.
whole story. So there's just a lot of strange characters there. Point being, we were just like, you know what? Let's just
It's
head
called a
home.
night. Yeah.
So we headed home, but on the way, I was like, how can I like pipe up this night? Bring a
In
little
and out?
positivity into it. No, prank call. So on the way back,
Mm.
I prank called this guy, and maybe it was inappropriate because he has been texting me and calling me all week, and I haven't been answering because, quite frankly, it's just
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm interested in him, sometimes I'm not, and I'm just
No
at
offense,
the
I
end of
don't
the
think
day,
you're really ever interested in him.
yeah, sometimes I'm just bored. So I call
Yeah.
and by the way, I'm not like bored like I'm hooking up with this man, just to clear the air. Bored like I like to call him sometimes,
Yeah.
prank call him, text him here and there,
No, you
entertain
you
him.
like the idea of him. You do.
I do like the idea of him. It's just,
Yeah.
and we have shared like one kiss. We've shared two kisses that were both like passionate. That's as far as
Yeah, but you
anything's
don't
ever
like
gone.
him.
I don't like him at all. I'm just saying we had a
Yeah.
passionate kiss.
Yeah.
Whole
Okay.
point being, I prank called him after, and he was like, well, why have you not responded to any of my texts? And I'm sorry, but this is on him. I said that I just woke up out of a coma and am Ubering home. How the hell would you ever believe that? I'm sorry, but if I was in a coma in the ER,
Some people
they
are
would
not
not
that
just
bright.
let me
Yeah.
wake up 5 minutes after my coma and Uber home by myself.
No, that's
And
crazy.
also, he follows me on Instagram and I have been posting a shit ton and he's been liking all my posts. So I don't know what he means. So then Alex and I are seeing how far we can take it. So then I'm like, yeah, I tore my shoulder cuff rotator and I broke my femur. And it was
So
just
random.
it was funny. And he was like, how'd that happen? And I said, I got pummeled because I pantsed someone in a bar. And I thought it was hilarious. And I think he's like not going to believe it yet because we have to keep muting it every 2 seconds because we're laughing so hard. It was a hilarious prank. I
So
wish
you
I
said
had it
the word
recorded.
pummeled? Oh my god.
Yes. And so anyway, then and when I told him I like pants the guy, he's like silent and then he just goes, Callie. It's like, you really, I'm like,
He really
okay.
believed it. Also,
And
why is that
then,
giving your little cousin the voice you just did?
I don't know. But then here's where, like, I just can't even believe this. So then I was like, yeah, I can't get into my house now because of my broken femur. Is it okay if I move in with you? Because I'm going to be in a wheelchair for the next 6 months.
Oh
And
my god, may karma
he
never
said,
find you.
he said yes. He said yes. And I said, do you have stairs? And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, could I build like a
That's not
ramp
gonna work.
on no, I said, could I build a ramp on your stairs with some leftover plywood I have lying around? And he was like, I don't think that's a good idea because my house is over 100 years old. And I was like, okay. But he basically said I could totally move in. He just won't be there all day. And like, it's just like getting to the point where it's going too far at this point. I'm like, okay, this
Yeah.
is like this has gone too far. So then I'm like, I need to make this really seem like a prank. So I'm like, you know what? The guy who pummeled me, he's been leaving me threatening letters on my doorstep, but he also has a beautiful home and he offered that I could move in there. And I'm going to be staying with him. And he still believed me. And
No way. There's no way.
that's what I mean. Like, I'm
No,
sorry,
there's
but
no way. He was going along with it. There is no
so
way.
that's what I thought was happening this whole time. I thought he was going along with it. Alex thought he was going along with it. The Uber driver thought he was going along with it. So then I say, look, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Or can I be honest with you? And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm just pranking you. And he goes completely silent. And then he goes, I'm gonna hang up now.
Honestly valid. What would your response be?
So, yeah, he hung up the phone. And then, like, the Uber driver had been listening the whole time, and I just couldn't tell what his outlook was on the prank. And
Yeah.
then I, like, said to him, I was like, sir, that you've got to admit that prank was hilarious. And he was like, that is the funniest prank I've heard in ages. And he was like, I
Wow.
too love to prank. I recently pranked my ex-girlfriend. He did some elaborate prank. I won't get into it, but it was hilarious. And he was like,
Yeah.
that was outrageous. How could he possibly believe you would be in an Uber home from the ER after a coma? And yeah, did I take the prank too far? Fine, sure. But I didn't think he would actually.
Not really. Imagine you were Impractical Jokers. It wouldn't have been taking
That's
it
what
too
I
far.
mean. And I
I
didn't
wish
think.
we could have a show that was like Impractical Jokers, you and me.
We should have an episode where we prank call. That would be epic too, though. But I'm kind of
Mm.
just like, I felt bad after because obviously he does like me enough to allow me to move into his home. That was like really nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a prank, so no harm, no
No,
foul.
yeah, and I mean, he's back to liking all my photos and stories. I don't think he's like, I think he's over it.
He just, yeah, wow. He really likes
He just,
you.
he doesn't have a sense of humor, I guess. I thought it was a hilarious prank.
Dare I
But
ask where he
then,
was born?
here, yeah, of course. Well, no, was he born here? Yeah, he's from here. Exactly.
Hmm.
Born and raised in LA. And that's the problem.
Hmm.
Now, here's the other thing I'd just like to get into is that then later I start to get into this prank with this guy at the bar at Shellback the next day. I'm like recapping the prank.
Mhm.
I start to go in about how I said I was pummeled, and he stops me and he's like, no way. I'm going to stop you right there. I was just pummeled too.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He
Are you
was like,
serious?
yes. And he was like, I'm wearing makeup to cover it right now, but I was jumped the other day in Chicago, and he had like
Oh
a
my
massive cut on
God.
his lip. And then I was like, okay, you're not going to agree with
Too
my
far.
prank then.
Yeah.
Too far,
Yeah.
wrong
Too
person to
far.
discuss it with. But I guess that leads me
Yeah.
to my next point is we went to the beach all day again on Sunday. And
Mhm.
then here's where things just got a little crazy. So we actually booked, there's this place called the Comedy and Magic Club um,
Mm-hmm.
in Hermosa, and for some reason, whenever Alex is here, we go to a comedy show. It's
Comedy
nothing
show. Yeah.
I ever do with anyone else. But we just have fun doing it. So I don't even
Yeah.
know really what Jay Leno's about, but he just had like a show there for $30. So we were like, let's
That's
just
major.
have some drinks and go. You'd think it was major, except he's there almost every night. So I think it's like his thing. I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
Yeah.
Isn't he
And
major?
I think so.
This
But
is
then
like
I
he
was
has
like,
a white beard.
I think so. Then I was telling my mom that we were gonna see him, and then apparently he might have like said some weird like pro Trump things. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not going. I don't know.
Wait, so
Don't
you
quote
didn't
me on that.
go? You didn't
Well,
go?
so this is where well, we were planning on going. We got to Shellback at 1 p.m. The show's not till 5. We were gonna have a drink and a
Five
bite at
hours
Shellback.
later.
Yeah, we were gonna have a drink and a bite at Shellback, and then we were going to, go home, shower, head back, go to the show. Well, one drink turned into two, and then this guy who got pummeled next to me, he's like just Fanta shotting us left and right, shots,
Oh, this
shots,
is when you
shots.
posted like it's not appropriate to have a Spanish shot at whatever hour.
2 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so
Was this
look,
that day?
this was that day, and on top of that, we had a lot of spicy margaritas. All you must know is that on our bill, we had 13 spicy margaritas, and that does
I hope
not
they were split
include
evenly. I hope.
they were, but that does not include the
You're
multiple
like, and
spicy
11 of them were mine.
No, but that doesn't include the multiple spicy margaritas that were gifted to us on top of Fanta shots. And
I
we were
see.
playing
Also,
Flip Cup for at least an hour,
I am so
which
jealous of
includes
beer,
drinking
Alfie.
beer, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what's so crazy is that you're such a Fanta shot lover, yet you never take shots. It just hit me.
well, the Fanta shot, for anyone who doesn't know what a Fanta shot is, Fanta
It's
shot
called a
is
180.
For some reason, Celia and I both could have sworn someone calls it a 180. And so we tried to order that one time, and the bartender was like, what the hell are you talking about?
In my head, I
Anyway,
still think it's a 180, but it's like an infamous
yeah,
thing at
yeah,
Shellback.
at Shellback. And so, anyway, it's just like this cup that has like a shot in the middle. They put vanilla vodka and Fanta, and it's really not that.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can do them. It's the one shot I can do. Anyway, though, um, we both got plastered. After the second margarita, I was just like, look, my car's parked on a residential street. I'm going to get it in the morning. And once we decided that we were going to Uber home and get my
Game
car in the
changing.
morning, because it was
Yeah.
kind of like,
A lot
I don't want to
changed.
spend $50 on Uber home for nothing. So let's go
Exactly.
crazy. And so,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
we
that's
got
so
plastered.
fun.
I made friends with so many people who I don't plan on ever speaking to again. Just because, like, I woke up to I woke up to a text, actually. I was like, who the hell is this?
I woke up
And
to a bunch of texts. One text.
No, well, I mean, no, yeah. But if I do go through my text, I got a lot of people's numbers. But
Like, guys,
anyway,
girls, what was the vibe?
girls, guys, no one romantic, just like friends.
But like, why were you just getting numbers? Oh, that's fun.
Because we were making plans to hang out. I mean, I have all these plans to hang out with all these people. Anyway, so I woke up to a text, great meeting you, Callie. You're a gem. And I was like, who the hell is
Aw,
this? Yeah,
that's
it was
nice.
sweet. I didn't respond. But
What if they're listening
only
right now?
I don't feel bad because they were saying they were from Simi Valley. And I was like, oh, I made a joke because my friend was explaining to me, who's from Thousand Oaks, she was explaining to me the lore of Simi Valley. Like they're just like really, really Trumpy. And then I was like, oh, I hear it's pretty Trumpy over there. And then they were like, yeah, and I don't have a problem with that. And I was like, whoa, wish I didn't give you my number. Okay. So
Not
anyway.
the number. The number
Yeah.
is so aggressive. Like, for what?
I gave so many people my
Like, you
number. I
couldn't
don't know
just
why.
do an Instagram follow or like.
We did Instagram and numbers.
Oh my God.
I don't.
You're really
It's
trying to hang.
yeah. And so anyway,
Miss
We
Social
ended up
Butterfly.
leaving Shellback at 7:45 p.m. Got home, ordered pizza,
Mm.
had a Caesar salad, passed out.
Mm.
Monday was a bit of a rough day. No one was
Wonder
feeling that
why.
awesome. Um, and then last night, yeah, we took it easy until we went to dinner. And then we had fun. Oh, but
Buns.
well, we went to Elefante actually for dinner, but then we were like, let's have a nightcap at La Cabana.
Here's the lore of Elefante. My entire duration of living in LA, mind you, like 2.5, almost 3 years, I wanted to go to Elefante all the time. Anytime I could, I would just try to sneak in. Maybe Elefante? No, no, no. I'll never go there again. I can never go there. Because one time we went there after Callie had a tragic
It was
situationship ending. I
hours
will give you that.
after.
Yeah, hours
Yeah.
after. To the point where we actually both ordered the vodka pasta, and then I actually ate both of our portions because Kelly couldn't eat. She was so upset. Um. Anyway, she claimed she would never go there again. All of a sudden, she has ripped this Band-Aid, and she's just going there left and right. And the amount of FOMO that I have
Yeah.
is insane. You
Well,
know, I
maybe
only
we'll
went
get you
there
back out here.
2 other times after because I have no one to go with.
Well, I promise next time you come here,
We
we'll
can go?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
could go every
God.
night.
Well,
We could
that's
go. I don't
freaking
know if they have
awesome.
breakfast. We could go for lunch and breakfast and dinner.
Wow.
And...
I want to go like right at sunset. When I went to just the bar, it was like the best thing ever. Like so many people bought us drinks. It was just like a good vibe. People sent us shots from across the bar.
Wow.
No, I'm not
Wow.
saying it was like a flex. I'm just saying like it was like a really great
No,
bar.
I'm just saying, wow, how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my last update. Sorry, I'm just filled. I feel like so much has happened since we've last talked to you.
Same, because we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So the last thing I need to share is I picked up a new hobby and I'm about to go crazy with it. I've already dumped hundreds of dollars into the hobby. Yes, it's
Beating.
inappropriate. Beating.
Yeah.
I
Will
already
you make
have
me
a
a
massive.
bracelet?
I already plan to. Yeah, I'm making a bracelet for everyone important in my life.
Wait, I know this is like a lot to ask. Could you make bracelets for my birthday trip, like matching, so we all have matching?
Oh, I'd love. Do you want like letter bracelets though? Like, or do you want just matching bracelets?
No, just like pretty beads, like maybe blue beads, whatever vibe. But like, if we're all matching, how cute would that be?
How many? It's just you, me, Britta, Jamie.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
You don't have to. It's just like a cute thing.
No,
I was
I'd
just
love
thinking.
to.
That
will
could
your
be
mom
so
be
adorable.
there, and will she want one?
Probably yes, if you have enough beads. That could be like a little party. Like we could just wear them around. How cute.
Yeah, I'd love to. And I could make keychains too.
You don't have to. Yeah.
No,
well,
I love that idea. Yeah. So anyway, I guess those are all my updates. I love beading now. I'm only confident enough to make bracelets, but I'd like to get into necklaces and anklets soon.
Oh my God, necklaces would be to die for. Do you have
I know.
You do have letters?
No, not yet, but I could get them very easily from my
That'd be cute if we had like CCJBM.
Cute. I will
Yeah, like not like a whole friendship bracelet, just like one cute little dainty.
Love that. Would your
You
mom
can be
want
the
an
creative
ML?
here. Yeah, that would kind of be weird if she just had an M, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot to ask. Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll just see what you come up with.
No, I've been wanting a reason to buy lettered beads.
Yeah. This is why you really should have been a Swiftie. Just saying.
Oh, I even have a more fun idea though. Like I could even make oh my God.
What?
So remember when I had dollar bills with my number on it that I planned like I would hand out?
Wow. Okay, Travis Kelce, literally. You know that's how they met. He said on the podcast he had made he put it on blast like I went to her show and it was amazing, yada yada. And then he's like, but I wanted to see her after the show, and apparently she doesn't meet anyone. And I had made her a friendship bracelet because that's like the thing at her concert. Everyone makes one with my number on it. And then his brother, who's on the podcast with him, is like, what number? Your jersey? And he's like, you know what number? He literally put his phone number on a friendship bracelet.
Wow. Yeah. I have multiple things to say. Number one, I'm going to make each of us 2 bracelets with our phone numbers to hand out.
Oh my God.
And I'm also going
Wow.
to make myself several more just to keep around my bag for.
Yeah, and I'll make myself 1,000.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I
Oh my
can't wait.
God. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy. That's gonna be.
Oh, it's
Oh, you
gonna
don't
be
need to make them
so
for my
fun.
mom though.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. No offense to your mom if she wants them, I'll
Yeah.
make her them. But I
No,
don't. I was
we
just
absolutely don't
planning
need to
you,
make
me,
that for my
Britta,
mom.
Jamie.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
single girls. That'll be so fun.
Yep. Single girls
Oh
hitting the
my God, I
town.
love that idea. How fun.
Right?
And then people are maybe like, it will just become like legendary. Like people be like, oh my God, you got a number bracelet? Small island.
Oh, so true. How many
Like
should I
what?
make?
So then
More
they
than
wear the
two?
bracelet? This is so Taylor Swift coded. I'm like obsessed with it. No, 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying this is so awesome. Imagine if we actually met someone this way.
I don't. Yeah. No, I
What?
know. No,
Yeah.
I was just saying I don't want to be in a long distance relationship.
You never know. There might
I'm
be someone
already in
from
a long
California visiting.
distance best friendship.
I know, but there might there might be people visiting. You never know. And then if they're from California, you could give it to yours.
Yeah. No, it's
I'm
true.
serious.
I'm thinking like I would feel confident enough with this bracelet idea to give it to someone sober in the midday.
Whip them up.
I need to get to work. Now I'm
Yeah, you
definitely
have a
not
lot
taking a
of
nap.
beating to do.
I'm going out tonight. Anyway, you
That
just got
is
back
so
from an epic
funny.
trip to the Bahamas.
I know. It was, yeah, too quick. The actual time being gone was so long, but the actual trip I feel like went so fast.
How was it?
It was so good. So I have done so much since we last recorded. Like actually.
Like, oh yeah, you went to New
Like
York.
I saw, so I saw a coworker on Nantucket, and then the next day I saw a bunch of people from New York that I never see that came to Nantucket, and that was so fun. Oh, remember I was on the phone with you at the brewery because I literally went in alone,
Yes.
and that was
Yeah,
so brave of me. If you've ever
that
been
was
to the
brave.
brewery or any sort of situation where you know there's like a lot of like I can't believe I went in sober and well, kind of sober and alone. Crazy. Um and there was no service, so I was just staying there, but anyway, it all worked out. And then I went to my nana's, and that was super fun. I ended up getting so drunk in the garage with all my cousins. And then the next day, I had to wake up so early to get on a train. And I went to New York to go into work during a heat wave. It was literally 100 degrees in New York. Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, disgusting. And then I
That's
took the
the
ferry,
worst.
which was
Was it
so much
humid?
fun. So bad. And everything just like
Yeah.
smells like pee. Not to, like it's
Yeah.
just too much.
I know. You
But
forget how
no,
much
like
it smells like pee when you're away. And
yeah,
then you
especially
get
in the
back.
summer.
But
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna. Just New York summer, the whole city just reeks. It's terrible.
But like you'd think people would want to get out of the city. It was packed. And like
Well, not
disgusting.
everyone can just leave the city.
No, I know. I understand that. I'm just saying you would think if there's a heat wave you'd stay inside or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to get out if I was there right now. But anyway, I know. So basically I took the ferry, which was so much fun. It's literally the Sea Streak that goes, the one that you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to New Jersey. And like, I'm not kidding you. I need to take that more often. It was all young men like having an after work drink in their like office outfits. I'm like, why have I never done
Wow.
this before?
A
I know,
bracelet could
like,
have
I
come
wish
in
I had-
handy for you.
Literally, I'm like, this is a great place to meet people. If anyone's in New York, you should just really hop on the ferry around 5-6 p.m. It's actually crazy.
I always meant.
And you're like trapped on there and everyone's drinking.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
always
Carrie.
meant to go on the ferry in New York.
I know, because they would
lived-
pass your apartment. We passed your place.
Yeah, I know.
I took a photo of it. I meant to send it to you. Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
I lived next to one of like the docks. Because even just
yes.
like the
No, I got on the one right next to you, literally.
yeah. Even just the what is now I can is it MTA? MTBA or is
Streak.
that Boston? No,
that's
the New York
Boston.
subway. Whatever the
just-
New York subway's called. Why
Yeah.
can I not remember? Anyway, whatever the subway's
There's New
called.
Jersey Transit. MBTA? That's Boston. I don't
think
know,
that's
whatever.
Boston. The whole
Yeah.
point is they have ferries too. So instead of taking the train, you can take a boat. And there
Mhm.
was a stop next to my old apartment, and like people would just take it for fun because there is a bar on it,
Yeah.
and you can just get a free boat ride around the city for $2.50 or 75 cents. Though I think they
That's okay.
raised
This
the
one
price
was
of
like
it now.
$28, but also I I literally
Well,
was
you were
thinking
also
that
going
we
to New Jersey. It's a
also
little
true, yeah.
different.
But no, and especially because like the time that I was going was like prime golden hour. Okay, so anyway, then I went to the Bahamas, which I mean, yeah, what you can't, yeah.
You had an awesome time.
I literally
I
the
don't even
best
know
part.
anything you did. I
I
saw it. All
know.
I will say is the reason I called Celia plastered in the shellback bathroom in the first place was she posted this photo. I was scrolling. I literally thought it was some random model on my feed. I was like, who the hell is this and why am I following them? And I'm not even joking. And then I looked
When you
at
said
the
that to me,
seriously,
I
I
nearly
stand
fainted.
by it. And I looked at the photo. I did a double take. I was like, "Holy fuck, that's
No, I actually
that's
nearly fainted.
Celia." Yeah,
Like
I
when
couldn't
you said that,
I
I was like,
couldn't
wow,
believe it. No, it's like
thank
everyone
you.
go check out her photo. Seriously,
No, she
it's
really did say
nuts.
that. It actually made my entire day.
Yeah,
But
it was awesome.
that was the best day. Yeah, okay. So we surprised Emily and we all like pitched in for a boat day. And we all like she kind of knew something was up, but we literally had kept the surprise up until like almost the very last moment. And then we were at breakfast right before the boat, and someone was like, "Oh, but you'll do this on the boat," and we're like, "No," because like we were so close. But she knew like something was happening. Anyway, so we got on. It was just these two guys. They played the best music. They had unlimited alcohol. We ran out for a second. We were so mad. They went to a dock and picked up three more cases. These most you would love it. This
Was this
drink was
included
like
in the
in a
price?
yes, unlimited. And they had
Ugh.
bottles of vodka too. We were doing shots like it was so much fun. And the drinks were like this. I have to see if you can get them in the US. These were so delicious. They were 8% can, and they were like
Yeah.
this mojito, but they were like sweet but like bubbly. They were so good.
Sounds like the
Um
best day ever.
just wait, that's only the beginning. So then we get to one of the first they were like, we'll go through Atlantis if you guys want to take photos there. We're like, we don't really want to, but okay. Like just with it in the background. We're like, okay.
Did you
We're like,
take
that
any
was a little weird.
photos?
Not really, no. We just kind of went through there. I think he just like, I don't know. I really don't know where that came from. But anyway, so then we went
What
to
is
a private
Atlantis? I
island.
mean, don't people want to see it?
It's like a water park. It is cool.
Oh,
but
is it? It's a oh, it's
yeah,
that
it's
big
just like a
water park.
hotel. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's cool, probably, but like
it's
it wasn't
that's
really an
the water
attraction
park.
for
Everyone,
us.
isn't that
We just kind of
a?
wanted to be out in the open ocean, like
Isn't
just
Atlantis
vibing.
attached to the hotel that you were staying at?
No,
Oh,
there's a different water park at the one we were at because you also were there.
okay,
But anyway,
yeah.
so basically, we go to this abandoned, this like island with a bar, and that's where I took my photo. Gorgeous, everything. And we pull up, and there's one other boat that happens to be a bachelor party from New York, and we are a
That's
bachelorette party from
crazy.
New Jersey. So we all are like vibing. Like, unfortunately, I didn't really like any of them, but there were a lot of single girls, and like everyone was kind of vibing. And then,
Yeah.
and it was just like fun to have more people around. And then we took the boats and raced back to the next bar, which was like in Turks how there's like a tiki bar in the middle of the ocean. And we literally
Yeah.
were racing on our boats, like blasting music, dancing. Like it
How
was so fun. Yeah. And then we
That
got
sounds like
to
the best day ever.
it was like honestly perfect. Yeah. So and Emily was so happy. And we were just like, yeah, playing music, dancing, vibing, all the things.
Wow.
And then was that? Yeah, I can't really remember how it was a really long day of drinking, but it was very fun. Oh, we swam in the ocean at the very end. And
Yeah, I
then
was gonna
this would
ask
have
if you
so
swam in
been
the
you
ocean.
a lot, actually. Yeah, this would have so been you. Two of the girls when we got back, you know how they have like people with jet skis around the resort. Two of the girls got on
Yeah.
one and just were like flying around, and I'm like, this would be Callie. Of course, I'm just like
So
swimming, enjoying
fun.
myself, and they're like, let's get on a jet ski right now. I'm like, that would be Callie dragging me. Literally, like they're zooming,
Yeah,
and the one girl in
freaking
the back is
love.
holding on for dear life. I'm like, that's me.
Ugh.
Callie's the driver.
Yeah, I
Anyhow.
actually had an awesome time jet skiing in the Bahamas because for once I got a solo jet ski because I'm always
Congrats.
with someone else on the back, aka you, saying
Me.
slow
Thanks.
down. It's just
Never
like
forget
killing
when
my
Callie
goddamn
pranked
vibe.
me in the
Best
middle
prank
of
ever.
Florida. That doesn't sound that crazy, but we were really far out in the ocean. She turns off the jet ski. By the way, obviously petrified of sharks. She's like, it's not starting. I'm like, what do you mean it's not starting? No, seriously, it won't start. She's such like now like I really am good at detecting her pranks. This was a good one. She was very convincing. And then she convinces me that there is a shark. I'm like literally like, this is it. It's over. I hate my life. I'm going out on a jet ski. You've got to be freaking kidding me. That was awful.
And
that was actually awful.
I had just gotten my jet ski license.
Oh yeah, that was the OG jet ski license.
Yeah. Well, that was the most epic prank I've ever pulled.
It gives me anxiety to think about it. I don't think I explained it properly. Like, it was awful. It was epic, but it was traumatizing. Literally traumatizing.
Yeah, I love to prank.
And there's like a certain thing about like being in control. Like, of course, yeah, you're always the driver. Of course, you're going to be able to go fast. It's like when my dad would drive a boat. Like, obviously, the person in control,
You're
you
making
feel
me
fine.
sound like an asshole for always being the driver. You never want to be the driver.
Whatever. Oh, yeah,
Just
this is true.
I'm just saying. You're making.
We had our own jet skis in Turks. That's why.
Yes, we
No,
did.
but then you were the driver. It was depending on the day.
If you want to be the driver, you can be the driver.
No, in fairness, usually it's like, I'm like, can we split so it's cheaper? And then you're just the driver. Correct.
That's probably
you
why,
can blame it on me. Yeah, you can blame it on me.
I just love to drive a jet ski.
You were going to say you'd love for me to be the driver?
No, I would never want you to be the driver. I would never want you to be the driver. That reminds me, though, how humiliating it was in Turks and Caicos
when we were with
Jack.
No,
when we were at the tiki bar, and I had forgotten my wallet in the jet ski, so I went out to grab it. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was just parked in the water among all these jet skis, and I kept trying to get up onto it, but I didn't have a ground. I had to hoist myself up, and I kept
meanwhile,
falling.
this tiki bar is like a full blown club. Like, this is the place where I'm not trying to flex, but it's the place where Drake goes, and it's literally tables. They're like it's popping.
Yeah, well, there were.
Meanwhile,
it's
a party, and Callie's trying to straddle a jet ski and can't get on.
I kept falling off because I was drunk too, and you know what? If I could go back to our time, and we didn't really try to enjoy that tiki bar. I don't know what was we for some reason.
Well, I think we were very overwhelmed because we didn't know how we were going to get back plastered. If we blacked out, because we had to drive the jet ski, and it was quite a long trip. We should have had someone else drive us there in retrospect.
Yeah.
Because remember they let us out on jet skis? We followed them to get there, and then they just left.
And we weren't sure we even knew how to get back.
And it was we were really taken off guard that there were tables, and we were not drunk enough to try to get in a table.
Yeah, I guess we didn't know what the vibe was going to be. And weren't
we trying a full-blown club.
Weren't we trying to go to a different place, but it was closed?
It was closed, yeah.
That was
remember
chiller.
The one right out from the hotel was just literally drive up, park your jet ski, and
Well, that was exactly how the tiki bar was too. Drove up.
No, but it was chiller, they said. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I went to a drive-up tiki bar this trip. That's all I know.
That sounds so fun.
No, it was so fun. If I could go to a drive-up tiki bar once a month, I would be probably the happiest person on planet Earth. All my life problems. Happier.
I wish I had one here.
I know. Really missed opportunity. It would be so busy, though. Are you kidding me?
I know. Traffic in the water.
You'd have to get a jet ski.
Mm-hmm. I would. I want a jet ski. Oh, well, that's my last thing.
Yeah, you have to have one someday in your life.
So
you were happiest on a jet ski.
I'm so happy on a jet ski.
Didn't you once change your Instagram handle to Callie Jet Ski Wilson?
I think so.
I think that was your bio. You were really into it at one time.
Because I love jet skiing.
I know. Me too.
There's nothing more fun than flying through the water on a jet ski.
I wonder if you'd like a motorcycle.
Especially somewhere tropical.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just scared of motorcycles. I know you can get hurt on a jet ski too, but
not the same.
I wouldn't feel comfortable on a motorcycle.
Yeah, although never forget
I've
who
been
was it,
on
Sean
a
Kingston?
Vespa before. I remember my brother got a moped one time when he was 19, and it was this huge argument between him and my parents because he just refused to register it. And like,
Sounds like someone I.
well, we were gonna do an episode on friendship breakups today because it was a highly requested topic. Unfortunately, we had too much to tell you. So if you want to hear that next week,
Sorry we miss you. Like, literally, when we
yeah,
don't record for 2 weeks.
there's just so much to tell
I
and you
know.
need to know.
I know,
So
literally.
apologies, but okay, we love you so much. By the way, I made a TikTok for Girl House if you want to go follow that, where I will
Your
be.
editing is amazing.
So this is something I wanted to tell you.
What?
You think like my editing's so awesome, and I just took the compliment at the time because I didn't have the energy to explain it to you. So we used Riverside to record now because Celia's across the country. We used to use something else, Adobe. Riverside's
Mhm.
epic. If you are thinking of starting a podcast, cannot recommend more. I actually recommended it to the guy from Frontier the other day, my new Wi-Fi. 'Cause he's starting a podcast himself. Anyway, it has this epic when you're editing, you can I forgot what you have to click, but it's called like Magic AI Clip. And
Mhm.
what it does is it pulls all like what it thinks are the most interesting clickbaity
No
parts
way.
from the episode, and then it titles each of them like what it is, and then it
Mhm.
like then I go in and I can like edit what parts in it, but it like literally chooses what clips it thinks would be the best, and then like I could have the choice to like add captions, etc. But it's awesome.
Wow. That's
Riverside like is really
awesome.
amazing. I can't stress it enough, and it's like I think it's like $10 a month too, or maybe 20, but it's like it's really worth it.
Yeah. Wait, you have to share the handle. TikTok handle.
Oh, just Girl House Pod,
All right, you know where to find us. Same on
and
Instagram.
and yeah, if you want to leave a rating, a review, leave a
A little
follow.
comment. I love reading the comments.
Anyway, we love you so much, and we will see you next week. Have a
Love
safe
you.
4th of July.
Yes.
Be safe. Make good
Yes.
decisions. Don't get behind the wheel if you've been drinking.
Period.
Love you.
Bye.